More dollars are available to invest into two of Arizona's most important priorities: Arizona's teachers and Arizona's classrooms.
Dollars in the classroom. It's been one of the biggest talking points since the Red for Ed movement to improve our schools. Tonight, we continue our series, State of Our Schools, searching for solutions to see if more dollars in the classroom really does lead to better student outcomes.
Nicole Kreitz shows us where it's working and how some districts are getting away with spending a lot less with similar success.
Now I said this is a big word, squiggly, wiggler.
No one wants to reduce our children to dollar signs.
Eyes up in 3, eyes up in 2, eyes up in 1.
But if we want to invest and grow their success, how much does the money spent on each student
Stand up in 3.
pay off in higher test scores and school performance?
Up in 1.
Dollars in the classroom is our #1 goal.
Jan Vesely runs the Kyrene School District in the East Valley, one of the top performing large districts in Arizona. 92% of their 25 schools are getting an A or B grade, and she says that has a lot to do with the fact they're spending more in the classroom, $4,685 a student, 5% more than the state average.
That is absolutely a point of pride, because as we've looked for efficiencies and effectiveness in our district, we keep cuts away from the classroom.
To me, that's important because I know that it means the district is thinking about the children first.
Paige Jaunty is a mom and teacher here at Kyrene.
As a parent and an educator, I want to see passion, and I know that I see that in every single person that works on this campus.
Tracking dollars in the classroom doesn't just make good fiscal sense, it's the law. It covers salary and benefits for teachers and aides, and classroom supplies like scissors and workbooks, pencils and paper.
Your counterparts who are spending $1,000 less per pupil in the classroom, dollars in the classroom, with 100% AB schools would argue that more dollars in the classroom does not equate to successful schools.
The majority of those dollars are going to teacher salaries in our district.
Kyrene is paying near the top in teacher salaries, averaging $53,111 this year. One reason they have 0 vacancies, as other schools struggle with shortages.
So we stay very, very competitive because we believe truly that teachers attain a high degree of education. They are professionals, and they deserve a professional salaries.
Do you see these lines right here?
Obviously, more dollars can make a difference.
Mary Jo Connery, assistant superintendent for Catalina Foothills down in Tucson, says they are winning by spending considerably less. $3,788 a student, 15% less than the state average.
Well, I think that every dollar we spend is with intentionality.
And their stats are pretty impressive. 100% AB schools, a 99% attendance rate, 97.5% graduation rate, and 90% college attendance rate.
When I first started teaching in the district, we had 1 junior high and 2 elementaries, and virtually all the kids in the district were from this little area. And now I think we're at least over 40% open enrollment.
Renee Shane Boyd leads the biggest band in the state at Catalina Foothills High School. She says families want to be here, and those parents work in concert, pumping in a lot of supplemental dollars beyond the arts and extracurriculars.
I facilitate and develop the programming for professional learning for our teachers.
At Catalina Foothills, teachers are also given more training and then more discretion to modify lessons.
So we don't have pacing guides where everyone needs to be on the same page at the same time, because we're all working toward those same transfer goals.
If you can hear me, clap twice. The amount of money spent in the classroom will define how your year goes. I spend a lot of my own money in my classroom. I need everyone to stand up real quick.
Jessica Cresswell starting her 5th year teaching in the Cave Creek District, where they are spending $3,880 per pupil, 13% less than the state average, and yet they also have 100% AB schools.
You may make a higher salary somewhere else, but you may not enjoy the camaraderie, the teamwork, the leadership at that place you work. And so money isn't always the #1 thing.
Cave Creek Superintendent Debbie Burdick can't keep up with higher teacher salaries, averaging $6,000 less than Kyrene.
And so we're trying to keep up with making sure that we're providing the most engaging, exciting learning experience we can for them. every single day.
They are the only district in the state offering full immersion in Mandarin, French, and Spanish. And like Catalina Foothills, they rely on boosters and community donations to offer more options, like the only full equine and horsemanship program in the country.
I love it. I have a passion for teaching. I love working with the kids, and so that's what keeps me here. A lot of the teachers in our district stay. They do.
This is the Kyrene Family Resource Center.
Back in Kyrene, Dr. Vesely says dollars in the classroom isn't the only meter to their success.
I would say it is the whole package.
Just like focusing on the whole student inspired this center on campus where families can get free food, clothes, and supplies, she saw a need for a counselor on every campus and reworked the bell and bus schedule to free up $700,000 to make it happen. More than 3 times the size of Cave Creek and Catalina Foothills, she runs her district like a corporation, so there are no surprise operational costs.
So over 10 years, I can tell you when every fan is going to be replaced. I can tell you when we're going to be doing upgrades in our air conditioning, our roofing.
It has to be that precise when you boil down the difference it could make taking any money away from these students in the classroom. Nicole Kreitz for Arizona's Family.
Now, the latest Auditor General report found Arizona schools are averaging 54% of their budgets outside of operational and administrative costs for classroom spending. That's up for the second consecutive year, but that's still down almost 5% from our peak spending back in 2004.